The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. The Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it. 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 The Vera.
Hello. Having some technical difficulties. Why is it starting over? Okay. Hello. Having some technical difficulties. Why
Wait,
is it starting over? Okay. Hello. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on right now. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on right now.
oh,
Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on right now.
oh.
Okay. All right. Now I know it was running on two stations at the same time. It's like, oh my God. I always try to make sure that I have it completely shut down on the other channels, but I didn't. Anyway, welcome to the Vera Thomas Show. And I am so excited about my guest today, Toni Kaufman. And today we're going to be talking about life is an adventure. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that she's going to be doing that is adventurous that I want to be a part of. But before I do all of that, let me share her bio. Toni Kaufman, a remarkable IT project manager, television, radio, and podcasting figure, has an inspiring journey. Her impact is profound from her role as President George H.W. Bush's computer trainer to creating a network of world class mentors. Her contributions to iconic shows like American Idol, Objectivo Fama, and more within Fremantle Media's top talent searching programs are well celebrated. Beyond the glamour, she established the Standout Star Speakers Bureau, which focused on honoring those who've reached world class status through mentorship and personal legacies. Tony's infectious energy motivates and inspires, drawing from her life experiences and her roots in a bilingual Hispanic family in Texas. She is a mother and grandmother fostering a supportive, inclusive family environment. Tony's resilience stemming from her upbringing on a Texas Superfund site and her achievements, including a 50-mile swim and professional certifications, reflects her commitment to growth. Toni Kaufman embodies transformation and empowerment. She inspires personally and professionally, making her a standout mentor and influencer. Her journey is a beacon of hope, showcasing that it's never too late to achieve greatness. Toni isn't just a speaker, she is a catalyst for positive change, leaving audiences motivated, inspired, and ready to conquer the world. Yes. So, how are you today?
Hi, Vera. I think I can hang up and go back, watch TV or something because you just laid it out.
Oh my God. Well, I haven't laid it all out. I'm giving you some time to share with our audience more about Toni Kaufman. I'm giving you the floor.
Oh my gosh, it's my pleasure. So, guys, I figure that if you live long enough, you get to do a lot of stuff. And I think that's the story of my life. But more important than that, I have come to realize over the past 10 years that everybody has a story. And my good friend Orlia Moore says, if you have a story, people are willing to pay to hear it. And so what I want to do is twofold. I want to announce that Standout Stars and Orlia Moore Enterprises will be merging together. And I will take the role of the Chief Marketing Officer for OAE. That's Orly's company. And I'm having so much fun working with her that I need to tell you why this is happening. That's Orly's picture there. And so let me explain you. I want to tell you a little bit about something. Vera, come back on. I want you to jump in with me here.
Okay, okay,
So
here I come, here I come.
all
Okay.
right. So folks, I opened when I retired from IT. I decided to take a deep dive into the world that you're in, Vera, the speaker, coaches, authors world, right? Oh, look, Stephanie, she came up.
Yes. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for being here.
So I knew that there was two things about this entire industry that I absolutely loved, and I kind of did a deep dive immersion into this world because I wasn't sure how the business model worked. Everybody's got a story, everybody's got a product, program, service, or something that they can help others with. But that was the number one reason that I loved this entire industry. It's everyone, I don't care where you are, who you talk with, even Stephanie over in the UK. Everyone you talk to, when you ask them why they're doing this, what's their big why? And Vera, I guarantee you're going to say the same answer. It's to serve others. And especially, the over 65 group. You're
Yeah.
not there yet. I'm already there.
Oh, I'm there. I'm past there.
Yeah, I figured, okay, guys, I'm owning this. This is my last year of the 60s. I got 10 months to go, and I am owning every gray hair, every scar, every wrinkle, every lost tooth. I've earned it.
Yes, yes. I'm with you. I'm with you.
And so now we get to help others. So that's kind of what I loved about the speaker, author, healer, coach world. And the world has just opened up. And oh, listen to, of course, Stephanie's in Jamaica. We're heading there in September, Steph. Anyway, so what I did like about it was that I felt that I brought out the talent agent part of my life, right? When I was producing television and productions and films and things like that. And what I liked about it was, not only do you get to play with your creativity and people pay you for your creativity, but more important than that, uh, I found that there's a lot of three types of speakers out here. Okay. And speakers, authors, coaches, and entrepreneurs, you're all in one bucket right now. So there are emerging speakers. I call them my babies. Those are our baby speakers. And I don't care how old you are. If you haven't been on a stage before, you're an emerging speaker. But you've got a story. You're an emerging speaker. But you've talked about your business for 40 years as a CEO of a company. You've never talked about yourself. You're an emerging speaker. So then we have the experienced speakers. The move from emerging speaker to experienced speaker is a little bit more entailed. Now you've got the mentor. Now you've learned the business basics. Now you've learned what a landing page is. Okay, the ladder, the what they call the ascension ladder. You get somebody in for free, and then you charge them a little bit to do this, and then you charge them a little bit to do that, and then you charge them a little bit to do that. Because everybody has to make some money while they're doing their coaching and mentoring. And I found that the number one problem between going from an emerging speaker to an experienced speaker is they didn't know how to charge or what they were worth, right? And so I saw a lot of opportunity to help others by having them understand where they fit in the realm of things. So now you've got the emerging, you've got the experience, and then you've got the experts. The difference between an experienced speaker and an expert speaker is these are the people that get paid a lot of money to speak. And one of my favorite stories is working with the president back in the 80s. um, I knew that once a president leaves office, they get a year, an annual salary for the rest of their life, right? And when they've been president, and this was back in the 80s, they were charging, if you wanted to get the former president, HW, which you can't get anymore, but if you wanted to get him on your stage, it was going to be about $330,000 to get him on the stage. Colin Powell, Rod Page, I mean, all the Condoleezza Rice, all of these folks have earned their place as one of the expert speakers. But you know what makes them an expert more than anything else, Vera?
What?
They sell tickets. Okay, so you can charge that kind of money. Shaq charges, Michael Jordan
Yeah.
charges. They charge that kind of money because people want to see them, and people will visit with them because they're the goat. They will be the greatest of all time in what they do, and their motivation, their inspiration, and their education stories sell tickets. So how do we get from emerging to expert?
Tell
So
me, please.
so here's what I wanted, and this is the story I wanted to bring out, is that I was working with all three levels of speakers, right? And as a talent agent, I was getting more and more in tune with what the event planners wanted, what the stage managers wanted, what the casting producers wanted, directors wanted. But I was seeing more and more speakers who had great stories. I mean, great stories of their lives, that didn't know how to charge. So I thought, okay, with the Speakers Bureau, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a freebie. Now we're talking Ascension Ladder for all you guys out there taking notes. I wanted to create a freebie, which is also called a lead magnet, that would allow people to meet me, work with me for free for just an hour or so, and see if we jive, right? If we go together well, if they like what they're hearing. So I created a program called Are You Camera Ready? And in this program, we do the lights, the camera, the action, the setup, because I mean this was before 2020, but we were already talking about being on camera, doing things live or hybrid, where they're live and online. And so the biggest draw that I had on that one lead magnet, the hottest thing that I did, was that we would end up the hour about 30 minutes in. I We had a virtual slumber party. Remember the old things that the girls used to do in high school?
Yes.
That's what I would do. I would say, okay, Vera, when you show up, not only are you going to learn how to set up your camera, the lights, the action, the whole bit, you're also going to have a makeup makeover. So I will teach you how to put on your makeup for camera. It's a little bit different than makeup for every day, right? Makeup for the evening. So for camera, you get to learn where the concealer and the contours go. You get to learn how to get your little, my little old droopy eyes are masked over where they droop so that you can't see how old I really am. But we had this wonderful, wonderful time of doing makeup makeovers. And so this is something. Now here, that was like my hottest, best lead magnet ever. The problem was, and don't do what I did, do what I say. Now I sound like the grandma you were expecting, right? The problem was that I had 67 people in 1 week sign up for that. 1 hour each. Now you're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
Oh my
I
God.
was like, oh my God, this is what am I gonna do? So I complied. I took care of everybody, but from now on, I'm doing one a month, one session. Up to 20 to 30 people can join us, and it's going to be a couple of hours because I help individually people, but we're going to do it as a group class, a free class. So see how that emerged from the one
Yes.
lead magnet to the class. So now I can do one to many. And that was the secret to giving away a good lead magnet, a good way to attract people, and a good way to get them to sign up so you can capture their email and their phone number, and understand what they're looking for, what they're trying, what their goals are, what their dreams are. And at that level of introduction, that worked really well. So we're moving from there to, I decided that there was a lot of speakers, There's a lot of stages, there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of free speaking out there, which is always good because you practice, right? You're going to practice, practice, practice. And you know the old, I think you heard the old saying that when somebody's at a funeral, they'd rather be the guy in the box than the guy on the stage having to talk about him.
Yes, yes. The number one fear in the world is
Right.
speaking. People would rather
Speaking.
die than stand in front of a group of people. Yes.
So you guys, that's hilarious to me because I've been on TV so long, and it's just like it doesn't mean anything to me. But I do honor the fact that people have to grow through that and get through
Yeah.
that. I mean, if to be honest with you, if I was on a stage and somebody threw a frog on the stage, I would be off. That's my fear. That's my greatest fear, right? So what I did is I created a 3-day retreat, and I did it here in Austin, and it was called the Get Speaker Ready Retreat. Now, here's the catchphrase. There's a lot of motivation, there's a lot of inspiration, there's a lot of education, but guys, if you can't speak to sell, you ain't going to be here next year. So I focused on the speak to sell speakers so that we could get you guys and your business going, right? That was very good. It was a lot of fun, had great graduates. I mean, people that you're seeing out there speaking were actually involved in that and living, staying with us at this big mansion that I got here in Austin.
Oh, wow.
So that was a big success. So then I said, okay, the next step and logical step for someone who's a new speaker is to get stage ready. And guys, I've done just like everybody else. I made a lot of mistakes on the way, but I kind of overshot this one. But it was a blast. We rented the Luxor in Las Vegas, and I rented the Carrot Top stage. So we actually had 2 days worth of training on get stage ready, on how to loosen up, how to take control, how to do the on command, how to get out of your own skin, how to do a little improv, how to understand how to be a good guest, a good host. All of these little magic secrets that people that you and I know because we do this for a living, but they don't know because they're just starting, or they haven't done it right, or they were misled by somebody who didn't know the difference, not on purpose, but maybe an old outdated type of training. So I rented the Carrot Top stage, and after 2 days of solid training on how to deliver, how to present, how to stand, how to take control, how to memorize your talk using your body, uh, we put them on the Carrot Top stage, and I had the film crew there, and they actually can say that they spoke on a stage in Las Vegas, and they have their 15 minutes of fame. And wasn't that great? That's a great way to step up,
That
right?
is
So that was
awesome. Are you
that was
still doing that?
I we we're working on it now. Okay. So the third thing that I wanted to do in 1 year, and I'm going to be very honest with you, I had to cancel it 1 year, and I wasn't happy with it the year we presented, so I stopped. It was called Get Business Ready. So get business ready sounds fine if you're trying to do your products, your programs, your services. That's fine. But what I wanted was someone to teach the reality as an event planner, as a stage manager, as a producer. And I produced the Latin Grammys. You saw where I worked with
Yes.
the Spanish version of American Idol is Objetivo Fama. I cast families for Family Feud, and the Spanish version is Que dice la gente, what people say. So I cast families from Texas to California in that show. So I've got a lot of experience producing, but the one piece of the puzzle that was missing for every speaker out there and every wannabe speaker out there is how do I charge to get paid to speak? And man, you know the old saying when the student is ready.
The teacher
So
will
I
come.
yeah,
Yes.
so I was on the marketers cruise, and this is what I mean by just add water, guys. There's three cruises I'm going to recommend to you that have been a life changer in my business and in our growing. So I had always been in similar rooms with people. Vera, you and I have been in a couple of networking rooms. We've just never
Yes.
met in person. And
Yes.
Lorna Sherland is just like that. She's in Dallas. We see each other all the time. I have no idea what she really looks like. We've always been on Zoom. So I had met and I had heard a young woman named Orly Amore, and her pitch is, I will show you how to make $150,000 in your first year public speaking, or I'll work with you until you get it. And I thought,
That is
what a
so
pitch.
amazing.
What a pitch. I mean, is that like the best pitch? And she's like, I guarantee it. So here's the backstory. And we hung out at the marketers cruise and we talked and we talked and we said, well, what did we do this? What did we do that? How would that look together? And and as I told you, I'm going to be 70 next year. So my whole idea was I don't want to work this hard anymore.
But
I I
but when you love your work
I
and you
know.
have such a passion for what you do, it's hard to stop it because as you're walking in your purpose.
That
And that's
you're
very much a part of why life is an adventure for you.
you are absolutely right. And I've had so much fun doing it. So here's what happened. So I said, Orly, I love your pitch and I love your promise. And it's not even a promise, it's a guarantee. She means it. And I said, how do you do that? What are you doing? So she says, well, sit in on a couple of my classes, join a couple of things, come into the team meetings, which yeah, I'm going to be late for tonight because of you, but it's okay. So, and I thought, okay, you know what? Before I recommend anyone, I'm going to really do some studying. I'm going to check it out, you know?
She's amazing. And even her free, I want people to know that even her free presentations, you leave out with so much information. She just gives and gives and gives all kinds of things. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. And she's
So
got
I
one
did it.
coming up.
So for 3 months, I sat in, I met her students, I heard the testimonials. I had them literally reach out to me on Facebook Messenger and say, she did this for me, she did that for me. And I started saying, and she's got this one gentleman that she talks about who didn't make 150K. He made 1.2 million in his first year by getting paid speaking gigs. And I have so many friends that are in the LGBT community, and they're like, well, what if they don't want me to speak? And I'm like, you have no idea what you're saying. Because I'm the mother of a transgender son that I love dearly with all my life, and I wouldn't change a thing about him. And so you don't understand, the LGBT community is, I mean, you guys, he's just so special. And this gentleman that made the 1.2 million, that was his target audience, that was his target market, and look what happened. Not 150K. He hit it big time. And even Orny says, man, he
Wow.
worked all the time. But
Wow.
make a long story short, guys, that's why I'm asking you to take into consideration attending the free webinar called the Paid Gig Accelerator. And the links to it are going to be underneath here. I'll make sure that they're posted. They're all over my Facebook. It's a free, like 1 hour workshop. And you know what, Vera? We're announcing this is the week we came up with the PGA 2.0. And let me tell you
Oh,
what's new about it is that we've got this, she starts off the presentation with the state of the business, the industry, the speaking business, right? The speaking industry. Well, we just got the reports of the 2023 and the 2024 state of the speaking business industry. Okay. And so we've added new figures, new facts. Do you know how she wrote her first book? Which is, by the way, one of the gifts that you're going to have during this PGA. Her first book is Speakers, You're Not All That. And I laugh because as an event planner, as a stage manager, oh my God, yes, I have seen the prima donnas, and I have seen the people that think that I'm there to serve them, when in reality I'm the event planner. I'm the one that hired them. I'm the one that's cutting the check. No, baby, you ain't all that. I love it.
and and that's because there are speakers that think it is about them when it's about their message and their story and the impact that they are supposed to have on others. It's not about me as a
Yeah.
speaker, it's about you as my audience.
It very much so. And so what's funny is that you've already gone through the selection process with the producers, right? So once you're there, to tell you the truth, I honestly don't even care what your message is about. I want you to be on time. I want you to leave on time. I don't want you late. I don't want you holding up my agenda. For that's the
Yeah.
important, and that's how you get. It's just like being in the movie business. The casting director will hear from every single person at the site if you did something wrong, and you will never be hired again. Trust me. It's a very small, intimate world to be really an event planner or a producer or a casting director. You have a responsibility to
Yes.
your client. If I did a leadership summit one time for Hewlett Packard, if that person didn't show up and I was going to have to go dredge the waters and find somebody else at the last minute, I will never hire you again.
And you know what?
Right.
I could not blame you.
Yeah.
You've got to be on it when you're doing these things and making an impression and all of those kinds of things. And
Oh yeah.
someone once said, to be on time is to be late.
That's so true. That's so true because I mean, like even now, we had to make sure that the camera was right and the shadows are right. And I'm not in my normal office, so I had to have a virtual background, which is why you're seeing half of my body disappear. You know what? If it makes me look skinny, it's okay. You're seeing the back of my chair pop in once in a while.
Oh,
But that's what live television is all about. That's what live streaming is all about. So that right there, guys, is why I talk about. And you've seen my emails, and you've seen my invites, and you've seen my posts on LinkedIn saying, guys, this is it. Now you don't need to graduate from speaker school to be able to get paid to speak. And I'm going to be very vulnerable and very honest with you right now. I was asked last year by surprise to do a commencement uh, 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 talk in front
yes.
of, I believe it was 200 young women from the sorority, which are now called fraternities, at Texas A&M University and
Wow.
in College Station. And so the first thing that happened to me, guys, and this happens to everybody, but I want you to see the big gulp, right? I've never been able to finish my college degree. So I've never graduated, right? I'm from the College of Hard Knocks, obviously, but I never graduated. And so I got this surge of imposter syndrome,
Oh.
which is I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not. So I literally called the woman who hired me, and I said, I need to confess. And she says, what? And I told her, I said, I don't have, are you sure you want me? And she goes, have you not seen what you've done? I'm
Exactly.
like, what?
Exactly.
So
I
guys,
mean,
yeah, don't do what I did. Do what I say. You all have a story. I don't care if it's that you helped your father who was a baker, make his little business run in the 30s and 40s and 50s when it was really hard to get a nickel in there. I don't care what your story is. There, like Orly says, if you have a story, people are willing to pay to hear it because that's what life's all about, guys. Every movie, every radio show, every talk show, guess what? It's a story.
it's a story.
Every single one of them. What inspired you, Vera? How did you start your show?
Well, actually, my mother was the first African American to have a radio show in the community that I lived in. And when she got sick, she had cancer. She pulled me in to learn the ropes. And so when she died, I continued with the show. However, because of politics, I lost the show. And when I moved to Georgia, I met someone that had a platform at this meeting, and he was like, "Do you think you'd like to have a show?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it would honor my mother, it would honor my
There you go.
mother." And so that's what made me start my show in honor of my mother. And I have a
I
picture
love
here of
it.
her.
Oh,
Yes,
you're
this is
so cute.
my
Look at you.
mom. That's my
What a
mother.
cutie.
Yes. And so
That looked
she
like
is
a Polaroid. Was that a port?
it was. I don't have any professional pictures of her, but
No.
I keep her here with me at all times.
But see, guys, that's what life is. It's an adventure, and sometimes I went to my 50th high school reunion last year, and I went up to the mic and they asked me to say a few words, and I said a few words, and I said, okay, guys, this is what I want. This is the story of my mom and dad and how they met. Now I want each of you to send me a quick short story of how your mom and dad met. You know, how did they fall in love? Wouldn't that be a cute show? I mean, to
Yeah.
go through the 30s, 40s, and 50s with everybody's parents who are celebrating their
Wow.
50th reunion from high school
Yes.
in a little
Oh,
town called
wow.
Mission, Texas. I want to hear it because there are you guys there is such a huge need for stories at the production level of the big studios, Netflix, Lemon. I mean, all of these stations, every single station that you see on the cable, they all need stories. They all need scripts. They all need help.
Do you
And
hear that, audience? Do
oh
you
my
hear
gosh,
that?
you have no clue. We are always looking
Oh
for stories.
my. Oh my.
So there you go. So now, what does just add water have to do with this? Now that we're past the 30
Yes.
minutes.
Yes. Tell us. And I'm going to put you on by yourself so you can tell us what to just add water. What does that mean?
So guys, life changed when I finally figured out the marketing of yourself through a very special thing. And I want you to understand this. There's an entire element of being your own business person called the JV or the affiliate. All right. So when I had my computer business, I had 60 employees, 17 contractors, and I had an entire department that was nothing but sales. Now, each one of those folks ran me in the six figures or six and a half figures, all right, to hire as my salesperson. This world, the world you're looking at now, is based on a lot of people just like Vera, just like me, just like Orly, just like Jay Fissette, one of my mentors, just like Imana Guy, another one of my mentors, just like Suzanne Evans, just like so many names that you maybe have never heard of, but every single one of us has people associated with us who want to represent and sell our stuff, our programs, our procedures, I mean, there's just so much that our services. We may be a complement to the other person. We don't directly compete with the other person, but that is what forms a joint venture. For example, Orly and I, yeah, exactly. People that want to represent us and sell our stuff because it's a referral fee or it's a commission or it's some kind of a trade-off or a barter. You know what I'm saying, Vera? I see
Yes.
your head
Yes.
shaking.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
new sales people. That's the new sales team for this age. People who want to represent you, people who want to tell their communities, because your outreach has to go through networking, communities, marketing, publicity, and press releases. I mean, everything you can get, all your PR done, gets done through these people. So instead of you going one to one, one to one, one to one, trying to make a sale, you hit the leaders of those communities. So guess what happens with the marketers cruise? Okay, what are the big ones, right? Networking, community, and publicity. So the marketers cruise happens every year in January, and Orly and I, were there. I've been there probably 6 times, maybe 7 times now, and I'll be
And
there
where is
again.
it located?
It usually leaves. Actually, it left California one time, but it usually leaves like Miami or Port Canaveral. All right.
Okay.
So out of Florida. It's in January. It's marketerscruise.com, and you'll see everything there. Now, how do they track that I sent you, Vera? If you decide to show up, if you decide to go, it's a 7-day cruise, and you'll see all the islands and all the fun and all that. But you are there to meet your next affiliate. You are there to meet your next joint venture. And just like Orly and I connected as this last one, where I'm representing her products and she's representing my products, this is exactly what happens in the marketers cruise. So your nearest and dearest 450 friends are going to be there at the marketers cruise, and I've been honored. I was chosen to get what they have like a oh gosh, a vote at the end of the cruise to see who was the person who gave the most and made you feel most welcome. And I was honored to win the Heart of Gold award just a couple of years ago.
Oh,
So, and I didn't
congratulations.
even know I was up in the running. Apparently, a group of our friends got together and stuck my name in there, and
Oh my goodness.
I was like, that's why you should always like dress up when you go to these things, because you never know
Because
what's
you
gonna
never
happen.
know.
Yeah,
You
so
never
so
know.
I had just left the gym. I was in my warm ups. I didn't have makeup. My hair's in a ponytail out the side, and, and I got picked, and I'm like, what?
Oh
So
my goodness.
so that was a lot of fun. Marketers Cruise does. I mean, those folks do become your nearest and nearest.
Now,
450
did
friends.
I print it right? Marketer's Cruise with the
Uh huh.
apostrophe? Okay.
No, I don't think it's got an apostrophe yet. It's marketerscruise.com. But
Okay.
we'll check it out in a minute. Now, the next one that we're doing is the one that Orly and I and Aaron Lomanjek are all hosting. That's called the Speakers Cruise. So you remember I talked about speaker ready and stage ready? So with these other two powerhouses here, Orly and Aaron and myself, Aaron also teaches like TEDx stages and stuff like that.
Yes.
I teach stage. I'm going to teach. We're going to play some improv. We're going to do some whose line is it anyway. Be careful what you wish for, because I'll show you how to be a great guest, how to be a great host.
Oh
There's
my
so much
goodness.
happening, and you're going to be on the speakers cruise. You are going to be on the stage no less delivering your talk, no less than 6 to 12 times.
Wow.
And
And
we have the camera crews there. You're going to get your sizzle reel. If you need headshots, we've got the headshot photographer there. And yes, I can do a makeup makeover for you guys one evening in my cabin, and we'll that way you guys look pretty the next day for the for the shots.
that's amazing. And
But
listen, the QR code is right here on this
yeah,
flyer. So scan the QR code to get more information or go to the link that I have just put in the comments.
yeah. So listen, this is what I'm doing for you, because we do our cruises. The speaker cruise is a little bit different than the marketers cruise and the last one I'm going to talk about, which is the podcasters cruise. And the main reason that I wanted to do it a little different is because I really like this one is on Royal Caribbean. So we
Oh,
let you go directly to Royal Caribbean and book your cabin. And I walk you through that. I have a meeting every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central. Every Wednesday, I do what's called a quick meet. I invite you into my open office hours, my room, my Zoom room,
yeah.
and I answer all your questions and walk you through how to book it, what the dates are, how much to spend. Do you want a cabin? Do you want an internal? Do you want a balcony? Do you want a suite? I'll walk you through the whole process every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And I put those links on my Facebook as well. And that's actually my Zoom room. But also, if you forget the Zoom room number, just type asktony.com and it'll take you to my Zoom room. So
Ask
you can do
Tony.
asktony.com. So there you go. It takes you to my Zoom room. And I do answer all your questions. Now, so we separate the cabin from the group. The group, you're not going to believe this, Vera. The group rate for being with us the whole 7 days, all the nighttime, all the training, all the learning, all the exposure, all the times you're on the stage, and the transformation you're going to see from day one to day three. is going to be amazing. The group fee is $297 to join us. That's it. Okay, and we've got lots of surprises in there for you. So people, we're leaving Fort Lauderdale on September the 21st is when you should fly in. We're staying at the Crown Plaza Airport. The Crown Plaza, they have a special rate for us. It's like $125 or something plus tax. And from the hotel, they have the
The
ride,
shuttle.
the shuttle to the port. So we'll all be together from the 20 and on the 21st. It's um it's a VIP reception, and we're going to have a party just for you to welcome you, to make sure you're at home, to so you can get to meet the rest of the crazies that are going to spend the next 7 days with you. So we're going to be there.
Wow.
This is a very serious thing here.
Yes. And oh my God, it sounds so exciting.
So I
$297 to be a part of this opportunity. And
right.
that 297 is actually for the cruise?
No, the cruise, you remember you book your cruise through Royal Caribbean, and
Okay.
I've seen their internal cabins, they're insane. They're like $680 per person on a two-person cabin. So I've never seen prices this low. So if you guys go to and I'll walk you through it, royalcaribbean.com, you're going to the Caribbean. There's a search bar that says where you going. You click the Caribbean, and then you click on leaving Fort Lauderdale, FLL, and then it says when, and you say September of 2024, and poof, it pops up. We're going to the ship is amazing. It's called that's the ship on the pictures. It's called the Freedom of the Seas. It's a big monster. It's
Wow.
one of the big boys, or should I say big girls, because ships are women, right? so
Wow.
it's one of the big, beautiful new ones, and they have so much. So we're doing the September 22nd, and we're doing the Western cruise, not the Eastern, the Western. So we're going to Coco Cay, which is the beautiful island that's owned by the cruise lines, and then we're doing. Are you ready for this? Nassau, Bahamas, and then we're doing Jamaica, and then we're doing the Grand Cayman. So you've got three huge, wonderful islands. So if you guys are like me and on your bucket list, you're doing the Beach Boys song, Aruba, you're checking them off one by one. That's what I've been doing. I've been to almost every single island on that song just because it's the Beach
Oh my
Boys.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
So
And see, now that's what we're talking about. Life is an
an
adventure.
adventure. Thanks to Steve Irwin, the late great Steve Irwin, who used to life is
Yes,
an adventure.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's what's happening with the speakers cruise. So that's the one. If you don't make any other cruise this year, do that one. And by the way, our cruises are completely tax deductible because you're there to do business, guys.
Wow.
They are.
Wow.
So that's the speakers cruise. That's September 22nd. And then I'm going to end it up with, for those of you like Vera who have shows or who want to have shows, I'm producing three different podcasts right now for three different clients. And so, if you have it in your mind to do a podcast, and no, there's not too many, we're looking for more. We're looking for about 1 million podcasts per year to spring up. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. Do not launch your podcast till you have 10 episodes in the can. Okay, there's a reason I'm saying that, because we have to publish it, we have to inaugurate you, we have to get you out there, we have to get you a following, we have to get, let's see if people like it. And by the time you do 10 episodes in the can, you're shaking your head. You know how hard that is. That means that if you're doing a weekly, you're always 2 months ahead of the gun. You see what I'm saying? So the Podcasters Cruise is the cruise for you. It's called Podcast at Sea, or podcastersatsea.com. And again, if you come to one of my quick meets, I will walk you through all of this very slowly, and I'll give you the information you need. But the Podcasters Cruise is amazing. I was on the inaugural one last year, and met some amazing friends from all over the world. And we had podcasters. We had people who are very successful at podcasting. We had people who are just starting out. We had people with an idea that sat in there and learned what it was really like. And then we had people who taught you how to monetize your podcast, and we taught you people how to do a sponsor deck. And we had producers like me talk about what's included in pre-production, production, and post-production, what the logistics and the reality of creating a podcast show means to you. So if you're doing anything having to do with podcasts or podcasters, that's the cruise for you. It's the Podcasters Cruise, Podcasters at Sea, and I'll give you the link to that. Did you test that link? Because I always say it wrong. You know what? I'm gonna check it out right now. Hold up,
Podcasters at Sea.
Podcastersatsea.com.
There it is, and I have it in the comments. And you know what? I've got a couple of commercials I need to play, and then we will be right back.
Hallelujah.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game-changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9-to-5 grind? Feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9-to-5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9-to-5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9-to-5 Club today, and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
No More 9-to-5. Let me tell you a little bit about this organization. It is a masterminding, networking, residual income opportunity group. They meet on Thursdays and Tuesdays, but I tell you, you can get in for $1.11 for the first month to check it out and go through the portals and see all the trainings and attend the networking and meet people that are like-minded, that are trying to do things, have aspirations. And if you work a 9-to-5, it's still open to you. It gives you an opportunity to possibly decide to move in your purpose and to look at residual income in addition to your job. So no more 9-to-5. I put the link in the comments. Check it out. And their proceeds go towards helping veterans. So it's an all-purpose kind of organization. So check out No More 9-to-5.
And guys, I know Jason, and he's gold. He really is that person that you don't forget once you meet him. Jason McNamara is gold.
Yes, he is. He is. And he has a heart for helping other people prosper and move into their purpose. So check out No More 9-to-5. And I have another one I need to share. And
I like that you're bringing in commercials. Somebody's monetizing. See what I mean, guys?
I'm working on it. And let me share this right quick. Okay, yeah, I'm going to share this.
Forgiveness is a powerful tool for personal growth, allowing us to let go of resentment and move forward. The key to inner peace and emotional well-being. Apologies and forgiveness go hand in hand, creating space for healing and reconciliation. Inner work and willingness are essential in the process of forgiveness, requiring us to confront our own emotions and vulnerabilities. Taking a broader perspective on actions helps us understand the complexities of human nature and the impact of forgiveness on relationships. The journey of self-discovery is intertwined with forgiveness, leading us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. Follow Divine Marketing Pro for more personal growth.
Authentic Divine Marketing. Ariel Chime is the CEO and founder of this marketing group. That video is an example of the quality of her work. And she can customize and do things exactly as you want her to. So check out Authentic Divine Marketing, and the link is in the comments. All right, let's move on with our presentation. I have a couple more that I need to do, but I want to talk some more first.
I'll give you another 5 minutes. You can wrap up the last 3 with your commercials. How's that?
Okay. That sounds good.
So, folks, what did we learn today? I number one, you have a story. People need to hear it. I don't care what it is. I don't care how tragic it is. When people talk and they start with letting you know who they really are and letting you into that secret private world that made it hard to get out of it, and you see the resilience and you see the power and you see the faith and you see the glory and you see how they made it. That's a story. Share your story. Sign up for the PGA. That's the Paid Gig Accelerator, because that's your step one. Do not miss it. The Paid Gig Accelerator. Number two, now that you've got a story, sign up for the speakers cruise so you can put it all together and learn how to hone it. And I guarantee you, the first time we're going to have a meeting before the cruise to kind of work on your story. So by the time you get on the ship, you'll feel a lot better. You'll know you're kind of there. It doesn't matter if you don't have a talk. If you're just starting, if you're one of my emerging babies, this is the cruise for you, the speakers cruise. You're going to leverage about 8 international best-selling, not only authors, and by the way, I'm in 10 different best-selling books. You're going to leverage, rubbing shoulder to shoulder with those people that can teach you the next step. So leverage. In 7 days, you're going to change your life. And in 3 days of meeting with us, you're going to change your life, because the difference between day one and the last day when you deliver your talk is going to be amazing. And that is a guarantee.
Transformation.
So, yeah, that's it. Number one, Paid Gig Accelerator. Number two, Speakers Cruise. And then I'd like to invite you to just join us for the Paid Gig Accelerator. This is every second. Actually, we're doing it every Wednesday right now. So you can see once you click on the thing, we're doing it every Wednesday, because it's that important to get people into understanding the business of the business. So when I told you my story and I said I didn't ever do Get Business Ready because I couldn't find the right person. Guys, I found the right person. That's Orly Moore.
And I can vouch for her. And on top of that, she is a comedian.
Oh my God.
Is so funny. She's so real and so authentic. You can't help but learn from her. So every Wednesday, check it out. I did put it in the chat, but I'm going to put it in again.
I'll be there. And I'll be there, if nothing else, just to meet you and listen to you, because you're going to be impressed. I guarantee you.
Absolutely. This is no joke. So I'm putting it in the chat again for you to both the gig accelerator and the cruise information is here. I just sent it there, and there it is.
I love it.
On the screen. So check it out.
If you have any questions, every Wednesday, 2 o'clock, I'm in my room. I practice open office hours. If I'm in my office, if I'm in my room, if I'm here in front of the computer, my Zoom room is always open. So people can just
Wow.
pop in there. If I'm in a meeting and you're in the waiting room, I'll say, you know what, give me 15 minutes, I'll be right back. And then you can come right back. Because
Wow.
I
Wow.
that's open office hours. If I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm and my heart's beating, you're gonna be able to contact me at any time. So let me know.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yes. Well, this has been amazing. And I did want you to kind of share because, one of my platforms is working with parents and their children. And I know that you've had a magnificent life. And I just feel confident that some of your raising and how you were raised impacted on the person that you have become. So, if you can just take a few minutes to share a little bit about how your youth shaped and molded you.
So so I was a daddy's girl. All right, and my sister was a mommy's girl. So there was four of us kids, and you heard on the information that was shared about me at the beginning that we were raised on what's called a super fund site. That's not super fun. That's super fund, Fund. That means that our property, the 40 acres that I was raised in, was 40 acres of DDT. And there was a plant in our hometown that was producing the stuff, the poison that the crop dusters were using for all of the fields and the citrus trees and all that kind of stuff. So what that translated to, and I'm just one of the families in that were affected, is my father died at 58 from liver disease and cancer. My sister died at 52. My little brother died from cancer. My mom got cancer. And my big brother is suffering from cancer now. So out of the six of us, my big brother and I are the only ones left.
And
And
it's as a result of the land that you guys were raised
yeah,
on?
yeah. But we were the lucky ones. I'm saying that I'm not saying this as a joke. The plant that created this was actually there was an elementary school, the baseball playground, and the poison plant. So all those little Hispanic kids from those from that area had much worse problems. So
Did, were there any legal ramifications as a result of
oh,
this?
yes, there was a huge lawsuit, and I think I got I think it was $300. So, I think my mom got
Wow.
$600, but I don't remember. It was just such a anyway.
Oh,
That
that's
but
sad.
you guys, what if you want to know about your parents? So my mom was an artist. I was raised in theaters, in movie theaters. So my mom was always an entrepreneur, and then my grandmother was an entrepreneur before her. So my grandmother had ran a series of pharmacies because my grandfather was a doctor, and my mom worked all her life, and she was a very well-known artist. Her name is Celia Munoz. And you can look her up. She's got a lot of art pieces, and we have a lot of art pieces. And so I believe that's what encouraged us to not be afraid to be entrepreneurs. you know,
Yes.
and we were raised either teaching swimming, taking swimming. And what I meant by the 50-mile swim, my sister and I were the first two girls, much less the first two Hispanic women, to ever swim the 50-mile swim, which is a Red Cross program where you actually had to swim 50 miles in a certain number of days. And so there are 7 strokes. Most people don't know that there's actually 9 strokes, but there's 7 different strokes, and you had to do so many miles on each stroke. So my
Wow.
favorite was the side stroke and the breaststroke. My sister was the best American crawl. There's an American crawl, there's an Australian crawl, there's a backstroke, there's an elementary backstroke, there's the breaststroke, there's the side stroke, there's the elementary side stroke. And you haven't heard the trudgeon, the double trudgeon, and of
Oh
course
my
the golf,
God.
what is that called? The whip kick, the one that they do on the Olympics. It's just the butterfly. It's For
Yes.
me, the butterfly was always a moth. It never came out of its capsule. So I did the 50-mile swim in 17 days. The
Wow.
crazy Oh, I'm sorry. I do have a Chihuahua alarm. So somebody's at the door. I apologize.
That's okay.
But we did Celia and I, my sister and I did do that. So
Oh, wow.
resilience is the name of the game, guys. And I do want to end up, because I end up all of my interviews like this, and I do apologize for the Chihuahua. But you guys, whenever you're feeling low, dark, depressed, anxious, worried, whenever you're feeling that way, please know, look around you and know that that doesn't come from the light. None of those feelings comes from God. None of them. So if you do what my mom used to say, she would say, "Get up, go away, go away." Just get back to reality now. You know that with your face, and that the light is there for you. And
Yeah,
it could be the darkest moment in your life, but if you just understand that you've always got angels around you. There's about 7 of them. My guys, I think it was 14, because I've really put them to the test. But and here's the last thing is angels, and you're going to laugh at me, Vera. Angels are unfortunately like vampires, and let me explain that. When you see the old movies, the vampire knocks at the window and he can't come in your house until you open the doors and let him in. Your angels are standing behind you all the time, guys. They're waiting for you to say, "Come on, guys, let's go. I need you for this. I need you for that." Wake up every morning and invite them in to your
I
life.
love that. I
I
love
send them
that.
my kids. "Okay, guys, my kid's driving 5 hours today. Would you go sit in the car with him, please?" You know? So just do that. Just remember that.
Yeah, I love that. And I believe in angels.
Oh
I've
yeah.
experienced angels physically coming and helping me and then never seeing them again.
Yeah.
I believe in angels. I believe in the light. And I want to encourage, well, first of all, I want to thank you for coming at the last minute to come to my rescue. I really appreciate it. And I want to say to our audience, be a light. Let your light shine as Toni lets her light shine. Let your light shine. And in the midst of whatever it is you're going through, just know, one, this too shall pass. And two, that resilience, for every setback, bounce back quickly and know that God's got you. He's got you.
Love
So,
it.
Toni, thank you so much for coming. And listening audience, thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments that were made, Stephanie, and I appreciate that. And she's in Jamaica, and hopefully we'll all be there in September. I am praying for a way to do that. Well, listen, God bless you all,
Bye.
and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful, awesome weekend. And I know you got to run, right? Because you got to get into that meeting. Hey, well, listen, thank you again, and we'll talk again soon.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Vera. God bless.
Bye. Thank you. God bless.
The Vera